Cześć wszystkim, jak się macie, z tej strony ZuraffPL, witam w kolejnym odcinku z Mass Effect Andromeda. Jesteśmy na Nexusie, czy tam właściwie na Hyperionie w tej chwili, podczepionym do Nexusa i pójdziemy dowiedzieć się, co się stało z... Czyli wspomnienia Aleka Rydera spróbujemy odblokować, bo gdzieś tam znalazłem jakieś rzeczy. Węzeł sama i pogadamy sobie.
Ryder, one of your father's memories is available.
Let's see it.
This memory is when Alec first learned of the initiative.
It will be just a moment. Hello, Alec.
I'm too old for cloak and dagger. I got your message. I'm here. Who are you?
A benefactor, if you like.
You have something to offer me?
A future.
That's vague.
A future. For your wife. You're out of money. Your contacts have dried up. You can't finish Sam.
How do you know about...
I can help you. Whatever you need.
Start by telling me what you need.
Your AI is more than a cure for your wife. It could also be the salvation for many others.
I don't follow.
Where we're going, we'll need a different perspective to understand things.
Where's that? The Andromeda Galaxy?
I have a proposal for you. And Ellen doesn't have much time. Are you interested?
Who was that? The benefactor?
I believe there was more to the Andromeda initiative than was publicly understood. Private logs are now available in your father's quarters. They may shed further light on the matter. I detect additional memories, but they are currently locked. They may yet hold answers.
Okay, I'll keep working on it. That's all for now.
No widzicie, może ten Alec Ryder miał do czynienia z Shadow Brokerem, czyli albo już z Laia Rodsoni w tej roli, albo z jeszcze wcześniejszym Shadow Brokerem. Być może.
Your father's personal logs.
I had a strange meeting yesterday. I thought it would be with Jien Gerson, who founded the initiative. But it wasn't. I guess Jien's the visionary, the one who gets everyone excited about the project and drums up publicity. But then this benefactor apparently provides resources and money. And I mean a lot of money. It's a little unusual. But everything about this project is.
Interesting. I wonder if Director Tan knows anything about this. Worth talking to him.
I accepted the initiative's offer. They're calling me a Pathfinder. There's no other option left. Sam will never happen without their help. Our savings are gone, and no one will return my calls. I am a pariah. There's something strange going on with this benefactor. But Ellen's getting worse. I can't fail her.
Porozmawiaj z dyrektorem Tanem. No dobra, no to pójdziemy do dyrektora Tana w takim razie. Chociaż zobaczymy, czy jeszcze tutaj nie ma niczego, z co moglibyśmy zobaczyć. Drzwi zamknięte, nie da się wyjść. No to lecimy do dyrektora Tana. W takim razie ja byłem u niego niedawno.
Have nothing to fear from the people of the Milky Way. Something I can help you with?
I'm curious. What do you know about the people who backed the initiative?
What everyone knows. Jien Gerson was the founder and visionary. Unfortunately, she died on the Nexus during the Scourge disaster.
Is there anyone else?
I would almost welcome them. A voice to silence the rabble. Then Kesh might listen. But no, we're alone. Why do you ask?
I have information that suggests Garson wasn't the only one.
What sort of information?
It's complicated, but there was a silent partner. A benefactor.
Even if that were true, we've been here 14 months with no sign of them. This partner is either a phantom, missing, or dead. Nope, Jien Gerson was the beacon. A sad end to someone of such stature. Dying alone.
Oh?
It was chaos. By the time they found her, she was already dead, succumbed to her injuries.
Was there a follow-up investigation?
I wasn't even out of stasis. But knowing the violence of the Scourge disaster, death was everywhere. If you're suggesting something else happened, Ryder, I'd rather you didn't. Let's not add to the confusion.
Thank you for your time.
Ryder, if you wish to pursue this further, accessing Nexus security records may reveal more information.
Hydroponics reports oxygen.
No dobra, to poszukamy. Poszukamy, bo tutaj jest ciekawa rzecz. Prawdopodobnie wcale inicjatywa Jien Gerson była tylko fasadą, że tak to ujmę, twarzą tej całej organizacji, natomiast tak naprawdę rządził chyba z cienia ktoś inny. Może był to Shadow Broker, a może był to na przykład Cerberus. Jedna z inicjatyw Cerberusa to mogła być, mimo że ludzie z Cerberusa byli, no, wiecie, rasistami trochę, ale...
Okay, what are we looking for, Sam?
Any information relating to Jien Gerson's death.
Raport o zaginionych osobach. Jien Gerson. Plik numer #1A98. Zgłoszono zaginięcie Jien Gerson, założycielki Inicjatywy Andromeda. Ostatnim razem widziano podczas procedury awaryjnego wybudzania ze stazy, która miała miejsce po zderzeniu z plagą. Wydano stosowny komunikat. Raport o zaginionych osobach.
The only hard fact is that her body was found in one of the apartments.
Then connecting her death to the Scourge disaster was mere speculation.
Yeah, they just wanted this to go away. I think we need to check out that apartment.
Environmental data will allow us to reconstruct the scene.
No dobra, tylko gdzie jest jej mieszkanie?
Maintenance crews, please report to the commons area.
To się zaczyna robić ciekawe. Jej mieszkanie było w dokach?
An expedition to Eos in the Pythia system has discovered a
Interesujące.
that authorities are calling a Voeld. Though not much yet is known about the
A gdzie było to jej mieszkanko? Gdzieś tu. Tylko co nie wiem, czy to jest na górze chyba. Tak, to ono jest na górze. No to idziemy na górę. Peperepepe.
These power outages make no sense.
Top scientists have a few answers. The dark energy anomaly known as
Tylko sobie zapiszę grę, jakby tu się miało coś ciekawego wydarzyć. Przezorny zawsze ubezpieczony. A to będą te drzwi.
This is where Jien Gerson's body was discovered.
What are we looking for?
If you scan the room, environmental data may allow for scene recreation.
There. This was no accident. She was murdered.
As this incident occurred over a year ago, her killer is likely far away by now.
Yeah. But, wait. This whole area was shuttered back then. Didn't open until the Hyperion arrived. So what was Garson even doing here?
Perhaps a further scan of the room is in order.
Dobra, tu coś jest, ale zobaczymy jeszcze tu. Zaczyna się robić ciekawie.
A hidden door.
No dobra, ale jak te drzwi otworzyć?
What do we have here?
No to ciekawe. Dobra, poczytajmy.
This is Jien Gerson. I don't have much time. I've been hiding in the sealed-off sections of the Nexus since we got here. Someone's trying to kill me. And now I can hear them down in the hydroponics area. They're coming. I've embedded what I know in my VI in the Cultural Center. This log has the code. And whatever happens... Oh god, they're outside the door.
Wow, this is some serious shit.
Yes, deeply troubling. I have the code she mentioned for the VI kiosk.
Notatki Garson. W 2179 wspomniała, że nadciąga burza, że dowody są ewidentne. Co to znaczy? Andromeda? Dlaczego? Wciąż brak kontaktu z Hyperionem. Gdzie jest Alek? Jak jego też dorwali? Shit, to coś tu jest, się robi jakaś poważna afera. Dobra, w Centrum Kultur, no. Będziemy szukać. Centrum Kultur, dobrze. Cultural exchange.
I'm Jien Gerson, founder of the Initiative. On behalf of the Nexus, I welcome you to the...
This is an outpost for Milky Way colonists arriving in your galaxy. They come seeking a fresh start in Andromeda. yearning only for a land they can call home. If you encounter an outpost, feel free to drop by and say hello. Your new neighbors are eager to make friends.
The Nexus is a place of friendship and cooperation. We're glad you could visit.
Ale się wwaliłem.
Don't hesitate to speak with one of our friendly peace ambassadors. They're happy to answer any questions you may have and eager to learn more about your own culture. I'm Jien Gerson, founder of the Initiative. On behalf of the Nexus, I welcome you to the Cultural Center.
Hello there, neighbor. I'm Jien Gerson, the founder of the Andromeda Initiative. I thought you might like to hear more about our plans.
From the Milky Way galaxy.
Okay.
Great. If you're seeing this, it means our Pathfinders have done their job and made new friends in the galaxy. Welcome to the Nexus. But I want to put your mind at ease. Seeing our arcs arrive in your neighborhood probably raised some concerns. I'm happy to address them. Thank you for taking the time to listen. On behalf of my fellow Milky Way travelers, we couldn't be more excited about what the future holds for all of us.
The Nexus is a place of friendship and cooperation.
Hello there, neighbor. I'm Jien Gerson, the founder of the Andromeda Initiative. I thought you might like to hear more about our plans.
Sam, can we hear that message Garson talked about?
Unlocking it now. Rerouting to our private channel.
For years, there was a silent partner involved with the Initiative. The truth is, I was running out of money. Then a benefactor stepped in. I didn't ask questions. I never met them face to face. That was a mistake. I lied to everyone. Something big spooked them in the Milky Way, and now they're moving 100,000 of us to Andromeda. I hope it's all for the good, but I have my doubts. And now I think they're going to remove me. Alec, Ryder, and I had a code word for this. Fulcrum. He may have learned more.
What did that mean? Something big in the Milky Way?
Perhaps your father's locked memories hold the answer. He might have known more.
Yeah. Guess I'll have to keep unlocking them to find out for sure.
They're happy to answer any questions you may have and eager to learn more about your own culture.
No dobra. Chyba wrócimy na ten. Laboratorium techniczne. Czy może złom bym sobie sprzedał jakiś?
Aha! I knew it. Horizontal gene transfer. The Kett incorporate new DNA seamlessly into their own genome.
The beauty of the cosmos unfolds in your planet scans, Pathfinder. But there is more they can do.
Do you have something in mind, Doctor?
Plans for a school are underway to inspire a new generation of young minds. I want to craft a model of the cluster for them, accurate and splendid from your data. My prototype is on that console. Add more scans to improve it, and I will share my educational budget with you. And my thanks.
Model sfer niebieskich. No spoko, nie? Model gromady. Dr. Leonomi Aridana. 3 początkowe modele będą gotowe w przyszłym tygodniu. Wtedy zobaczymy, jakie jest nasze miejsce w tym świecie. Orbitalne zależności Nexusa muszą zostać poprawione wraz z korektą kierunku. Przypomnienie, nasze córki nie będą znały stazy. 6 stuleci snu będą dziećmi Andromedy, tego co tu się stanie. Gromada w chaosie nie powitała nas serdecznie. Jednak nieważne co tu przecierpimy, ważne co tu przynieśliśmy. Ostateczna propozycja. Profesor N. Herrick i coś tam. Skoro jesteśmy z definicji w Andromedzie gatunkiem obcym, naszego wpływu nie da się zatrzymać, więc musimy działać ostrożnie i chronić wszystko, co zastępujemy. Gromada Heliosa stanowi niespotykane wcześniej wyzwanie. Zebraliśmy ze sobą katalogi nasion oraz rejestry DNA w celu zachowania biologicznej różnorodności drogi mlecznej, jednak to gromada atakowana jest przez plagę i unikatowa flora i fauna są nieustannie zagrożone przez jej wpływ. Również one wymagają ochrony. Kettowie wydają się niezainteresowani ochroną, wolą tylko pochłaniać to, co znaleźli i niszczyć wyjątkowych zasobów, wybierając ich asymilacją. Tak więc odpowiedzialność spada na nas. Musimy zebrać tyle, ile możemy, aby upewnić się, że pierwsze znalezione próbki życia poza drogą mleczną nie zniknęły na zawsze. Geofizyka VI, wersja beta, informacje o aktualizacji, główny inżynier R. Lucan. Uproszczono komunikację z omnikluczem, dopasowano rozpoznawanie głosowe do rejestrowania zarówno aluminium, jak i aluminiowy. Interfejs hapatyczny nie wraca do domyślnych ustawień przeźroczystości, rozwiązuje błąd brak interfejsu haptycznego, dodano protokoły powitania sama. Skorzystaj z terminala, skanuj planety w Heliosie, zostały mi 3. Stacja badawcza, badania, wyjdź. To na razie mi się nie chce nic produkować. Jeszcze sprzedam złom.
You're bribing them, aren't you?
What? No, of course.
Hi.
Orzeł, pistolet N7. Ale nie mam tyle pieniędzy. Mam ten, Rozerat 4 i orzeł N7. No mam takie pistolety. Obrażenia 24, obrażenia 78. Dobra. Rzadki karabin szturmowy. Burza pieskowa. Dobra, mamy burzę pieskową 3, ale chyba mam burzę pieskową 4. No i sokoła mam jakiegoś, to też tam. Krzyżowiec. N7-3. Karabiny snajperskie. Na Laden 3 mam ultra rzadki karabin snajperski, jest spoko. Krogański młot i wzmacniacz biotyczny. Mody do pistoletu. Dobra, wyprzedamy to wszystko, bo po co mi to? Dobra, to też wyprzedaliśmy i mody do karabinu snajperskiego. No, mamy trójeczki, ale mamy też pewnie jedyneczki, więc sobie sprzedamy. A co ty masz w ogóle w handlu tutaj, panie? Przedmioty handlarza. Orzeł i rozerat. To wszystko mam w sumie. Kettowska broń albo ten orzeł. Orzeł mam. To mnie nie bawi. Karabiny szturmowe. Sokół 4. Tonkin 4. Burza piaskowa 3. To w sumie mam. Krzyżowiec 4. I katana. Krzyżowiec N7. Karabiny snajperskie. Granaty żmija 4. Żmija 4. 322 obrażenia. Omni ostrze 4. O, mogę kupić. Omni ostrze 4 będzie dobre. Ciężki magazynek 3 to w sumie. Strzelby, jaką mam krzyżowiec N7, no to sprzedajemy. Potwierdź i kupimy sobie strzelbę. Krzyżowiec N7. Potwierdź. No dobra, kupiliśmy taką broń. Handlarz pancerzami, no to dobra, zobaczymy co masz z pancerzy. Hełm N7 wersja 4. Pionier zwiadowca wersja 4 i zwiadowca wersja 4. Rzadki hełm N7. A ja mam co? Złomiarz. Fuzja. Ale to fuzję to mogę potwierdzić. Pancerz N7-4, pancerz pionier zwiadowca, Ale ja mam chyba jakoś inaczej. Angarski zwiadowca, angarski pionier zwiadowca. Dobra, zaznaczymy to. Pyk. Pyk. Potwierdź. Dobra, to sobie kupimy. Korpus, bohater Heliosa 3. No tak, tak. I tak. Potwierdzimy i sprzedamy. Pancerz N7. Pionier zwiadowca. Mogę kupić sobie ten pancerz N7, bym się miał do czegoś przydać. Dobra, to sprzedamy. I pancerz N7 sprzedany. Dobra, bo zwolniłem sobie miejsce na przedmioty, by mi się tego nazbierało. Handlarz pojazdami, towarami ogólnego użytku.
Nice to see you again.
Co ty tu masz? Klucz deszyfrujący porzuconych. No to kupimy na pewno. To ułatwia życie. Minerały. Ale ulepszenia są słabe. Dobra, wracamy na statek. Bo tu więcej chyba już nie da się zrobić, więc wracamy sobie na statek. Wracamy na Tempest, trzeba polecieć w odpowiednie miejsce. Dobra.
The swelling has gone down significantly, and I seem to be able to talk normally again.
Good. Keep me updated. And remember, cool food and liquid only. Nothing spicy.
Thank you, Lexi.
Co się stało?
Is there something wrong? Did you hurt yourself?
Oh, it's nothing. I'm just getting over some inflammation of the soft tissues of the mouth. It was dramatic, but ultimately non-threatening.
What?
Have you ever heard of the lick test? Back before scanners were portable, Earth scientists would employ this test in the field. They used it to tell rocks from fossils and get a basic idea of their mineral composition.
You licked a rock, didn't you?
I was distracted and forgot it was a Helios rock. I do it unconsciously. When I was little, my father and I would go on expeditions. The lick test was a huge part of it. He made science fun for me. Your mother was something of a scientist, wasn't she?
She specialized in biotics research. Got her start in medicine.
I read all about her research, and your father's. AI and implants. They achieved so much in so little time. Sam is an astounding achievement. I left my parents back home. They told me they were proud of me, and then lived out their lives while I slept.
If I were them, I'd be proud too. You came here for the sake of science. That takes courage. Some crazy, but mostly courage. I'm sure they knew that.
Thank you, Ryder. I needed that.
Anytime.
No dobra, no to co masz tutaj, Kalo, do
The hell you
powiedzenia?
did? You can't just undo 10 hours of work.
I had to. Your revamp risks power imbalance between decks, something we solved back home.
It's twice as efficient. Just because it doesn't match your sainted specs.
And now it does. As you say, deal with it.
Callow.
I know, just please don't let this distract you. What can I do for you?
Tell me something else about the ship.
O'Connell, our systems designer, was running a power distribution model, how power moves through the ship. But he forgot to lock his terminal and we, added a few embellishments. For 2 days, poor O'Connell was convinced that turning on all the bathroom lights would overload the engine core.
What do you think of the rest of the crew?
Oh, if I gossip anymore, I'll get in trouble.
I'll let you concentrate.
You know where I'll be.
Dobra, Suvi, coś tam jeszcze mi
Liam
powiesz
says he's
ciekawe?
planning a movie night.
That's the idea.
He's putting it off because it didn't seem right after seeing the exaltation facility. But now there's a delay. I had a thought. Every vid's better with snacks, right? I found an Angaran recipe for these little morsels you can make from a local Helios plant, but it's rare and...
You want me to look for one?
Oh, would you? I'd love to, you know, be social and things.
Brak wiadomości. No to wyjdź.
Nuh-uh, no peeking. I'm putting the finishing touches on my personal project.
I thought you said it was on the Nexus.
I'm just perfecting the final component here, or should I say, trying to. Several of the crew have offered to help, and I keep politely declining and ushering them out. So, thank you for retrieving that critical piece of REM tech, but kindly stop digging.
I'm naturally curious, and I'm sure the crew just wants to bond.
Curious is good. Builds anticipation. I'll leave the bonding to you. Not my style. I realize it must be hard being the Pathfinder and not being able to know everything. But there's so much you can do that no one else can. It's safe to say that you, my friend, are one of a kind.
I hope I'm not just your latest cure for boredom.
Me too. Don't worry. I doubt I've seen all your bells and whistles. But no more distractions. The next time you're on the Nexus, my project will be done. Come by, and I'll unveil it. Now, if you will, please leave me to my own devices.
Co ty tu kombinujesz? No dobra. Stacja uzbrojenia. Dobra, uzbroimy się. Omni ostrze 4. Będzie spoko. Burza piaskowa 4. Jest ok. Szpon. Obrażenia 434. Orzeł. A dlaczego ja nie mogę tutaj zmienić nic? I znowu orzeł. Kurde, ten jest we wszystkim prawie lepszy poza obrażeniami, no i nie wiem, czy by się nie wsadzić. No dobra, ale możemy tak. Luneta 4 możemy wsadzić i co my tu jeszcze możemy wsadzić? Ciężki, lekki magazynek. I tak orzeł. Szkoda, że im nie można przydzielić że im nie można przydzielić, kurde, wyposażenia. A pancerz gdzie się wkłada?
Going through the readouts from the Kett facility, I've never seen such advanced genetic technology. Frankly, it's light years ahead of our capabilities.
I ran across another memory fragment. Dad made Sam for Mom, to cure her. I knew that was part of it, but...
You didn't know it was the driving force?
He gave up everything trying to save her.
You didn't realize how important his family was to him?
I guess not.
Maybe that's what he wanted you to see.
I saw another of Dad's memories. I was in this one. Sarah, too. We were home visiting. Dad told us about going through the Charon relay.
So you got your sense of exploration from your father?
We joked it was in our DNA.
Then that part of him lives on.
I'll let you get back to it.
I'll be here if you need me.
A, czy mamy po prostu sekcję, misje grup uderzeniowych, to jest ok, badawcza, stoisko handlowe. Czy tu mam sprzedaż złomu? Nie mam, czarna wdowa 4. Karabin szturmowy. Klucz deszyfrujący porzucony. Jak najbardziej. Kondensatory tarcz, omniostrzy 4 mam, cyklon 4. Czarna wdowa. Jak miał pieniądze, to bym kupił. Okej. No. Zostałem iryt, lit i grafit.
They aren't just conquerors or slavers. The Kett turn everything you are to their advantage. Worst kind of enemy. The one that makes you fight your own people.
That's what Jal faces every day, now that we know the truth.
Friends, neighbors, all changed. And they're loyal to what changed them.
You're pretty worked up about this.
Kandros wants strategies for handling the Kett. I talked with Drac, putting ideas together. Expand our guerrilla tactics, get Angaran military advisors, research exaltation. Just, I don't know. Wish your dad could give me his take.
We got this. We're back to back, shoulder to shoulder. Or whatever you like.
Nothing fazed you, does it? You always bounce back, smiling that smile. Like you know it's just what I need.
I'm pretty smart. Maybe I figured out something that made you happy.
And sweet, too. What's a girl to do? I wish this could fix everything. Nasira, your father, they always had a plan I could follow. Without one, it's too easy for people to get hurt. Like now. The Initiative's plans are shot, and people die because of it.
We're flying blind. It'll take years to put all the pieces back together.
Our biggest headache is the Kett. Work goes on, I guess. Sarissa will have a strategy. Just need to find her and the other Asari. It'll be good to have certainty again.
No. Coś mi jeszcze powiesz ciekawego, Kora, czy nie?
Ryder?
How's the search for the Asari Ark going?
Still deciphering the Ark's last known course from the flight recorder and making sure we're ready for a fight.
Any more Commando war stories?
That's all I can share, anyway. I miss them.
See you later, Cora.
I'll be here.
Cora, idziemy sobie stąd. Tutaj kto przybywa, bo nie pamiętam. O, Jal.
Jal?
Thank you for checking. But I'm all right.
Don't know if I would be.
I have to be. How else do we go on? You know?
I may seem tough, but I have a good shoulder.
That's kind. You're kind. I really miss my family at times like these. Are you close to your family?
My family is complicated. Isn't much to say about it.
Okay.
This random collection of Tempest oddballs can feel like family sometimes.
Yeah. I never really felt I had a purpose. But here, I do.
What about the Resistance?
My place in the Resistance is not what I'd like.
But that kid on Aya looked up to you.
Sure. But you are going to do something important, Ryder. I feel it. This is where I should be.
Glad you're along for the ride.
Me too.
Nie wiem, co oznaczały te dwa ludziki, wolałem nie ryzykować jakiejś niepotrzebnej relacji głębszej.
There's always more to say and to learn, isn't there?
Can I ask you a few more questions?
Of course. If I can answer them, I will.
Did you always want to be a fighter? Did you study anything particular in school?
No. I don't like to talk about it. But I'm not a fighter. Not really. The Kett occupation creates chaos. So our education is chaotic. I'm not really anything. But that's an excuse. The truth is, I don't know what I want. Yet. For my life. At my age. I hope being here will inspire me.
Can you tell me about your family? Assuming you have one.
Sit down. This will take time. Is someone bringing us snacks and drinks?
Whoa, your family's that big?
I have one true mother, Sahuna, and more than 5 additional mothers, and many, many, many siblings, and cousins, all raised together. Our families constantly change and evolve. Relationships come and they go. My father is gone, taken, or killed by the Kett. We never found his body.
My dad died on our first mission here. I didn't know him as well as I could have, I guess.
I think I was close to mine, yet maybe close has a different meaning for humans. Something to learn, I guess. Anything else you want to ask?
Do Angara plan their futures? Do you dream about what you want to accomplish?
You put plan and dream in the same question.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. You meant to do that. Angara thirst for now. We don't strive to make the future better. We strive because the present is lacking.
Well, enough about that. I'll see you later, Jal.
Stay strong and clear.
No dobra, tu pogadaliśmy z Jalem. Ale nic się nie stało na wideokonferencji.
Got a minute? I'm in.
Hey there. Hey yourself. Question for you.
Shoot.
When all this craziness is over, you think you'll have kids?
Where the heck's that coming from?
Jill, the best friend I mentioned while you were killing me at poker. She's starting the Initiative's first repopulation effort at Prodromos. It's all she can talk about. It got me thinking. At the end of the day, this whole thing, the Andromeda Initiative, we're basically here to spawn.
It took you this long to figure that out?
I told you, I didn't really think this thing through. But nothing we do here really matters unless we survive. Jill's right. At some point soon, we better get busy making babies.
True enough.
Who knew this thing was just a glorified dating service? Eesh. The biological imperative is kind of a bummer.
So you want to have a child of your own?
I don't know. That's never been a thing for me. You know me. Whatever my gut says in the moment, I do. I don't look back. My mum says that's how my dad was. I wouldn't know. His gut moved on before I was born.
In a way, that sounds like my dad.
Well, that's not fair. He kept you close. Made sure you and your sister came here with him. And he died for you.
Yes, but the other decisions he made kept him at a distance. That can be just as bad.
I see that. Still, without our fathers, we wouldn't be here. They brought us into this world. Maybe that's enough. Thanks for talking, Ryder.
Co tam jeszcze ciekawego powiesz, Jill?
Would you mind taking a slight detour and dropping me back in the Milky Way?
What's the problem?
Little something I just heard about called exaltation.
Guess you should have read the fine print on the initiative brochure.
Or read it at all. I gotta start eating more protein and getting a full night's sleep. It'll take everything we got to get through this mess.
How's your friend Jill doing?
Good. Busy. Apparently, prepping multiple species for procreation is a lot of work. Who knew? Waiting to get it all started was killing her. Now she's being shot out of a cannon, so to speak.
Regale me with some poker wisdom.
Well, bluffing and reading players aside, poker is all about math. If the odds of getting the card you need are greater than the bet, make the bet.
Good talking to you, Gil.
Anytime.
Looks like pictures of the exaltation chamber.
Yeah, the Kett are using some Angaran-made medical equipment. Could be a lead. I just want an edge on those Kett bastards. If they ever got their hands on Sid, I'd... Well, imagine if it was Sarah.
I don't know what I'd do. We're all that's left of our family.
Same here. Sid was so little when our father left, and I was... well, her age now.
I know what it's like to lose a parent. I've lost both now. Mom died before we left.
Our father didn't die. Or maybe he did. We don't really know. He just didn't come home. He was involved with some bad things. Bad people. Eventually it caught up to him. There was nowhere to run. Not like a whole new galaxy.
Is that why you came here?
When you're young and stupid, you make bad decisions. Piss off the wrong people. That sort of thing never goes away. Not for you, not for the ones you care about. I don't want to not come home one day.
We're a team. I'll make sure you're always there for Sid.
Thank you, Ryder. That means a lot to me. At least Sid's older now. Maybe I don't have to worry as much. I should get back to work. Talk to my people, see if they've heard anything. Chat later?
Czat za chwilę znaczy się, bo muszę z tobą się zobaczyć, co ty tu w ogóle masz w tej swojej kajucie. Towary handlowe, płatki śniadaniowe.
I thought I hated the Kett before. Then we learned about exaltation. I can't even begin to imagine how Jal feels about this.
I was curious about you and Sid, being on your own from such a young age.
Yeah, I really wouldn't recommend it.
Where was your mother in all this?
Back on Palaven, I suppose. She was an awful person. All she cared about was climbing the ranks. She and my dad fought all the time. I think at the end they hated each other. When things were really tough, I thought about going back. But she wouldn't have accepted us. Whatever my dad did destroyed any chance of that.
Where was home? Palaven?
No, we'd already left Palaven by then. Whatever our dad was involved in meant we weren't welcome there. I hadn't even gone to boot camp yet. Sid was barely a year old. We eventually settled in a mining colony in the Minos wasteland. 2 years later, our dad was gone.
How did you keep you and your sister afloat?
I was barely more than a kid myself, so lots of unskilled work. Construction jobs. No one else would do the dangerous stuff, so I would. Being up high, crawling under things. I could shoot a gun, so eventually I moved into smuggling. Even more dangerous, but lucrative. We were never rich, but we got too comfortable.
You probably have work to do. We can chat later.
You know where to find me.
No i luzik.
Liam? You're working pretty hard.
All the time. Started young. Smart little kid. Got angry a lot. Side effect of giving a shit.
Liam, what's going on?
We found that facility on Voeld. Kicked them in the teeth. Great. But the Kett still what people are. Everyone should have a stake in that. So I reached out, trying to get resources moving in a real way, bridge that gap like I did with Joe. I can't get permission coming or going. The Nexus, Aya, everyone is all can't take risks with outsiders. I didn't come here so everyone could be goddamn outsiders.
You're taking on a lot, making all of Helios your problem.
It is our problem. We're not going back. We have to make it work. I wanted this. Everything new. But eventually, it has to be normal. I need something familiar. Can I show you something? Did you bring anything from the Milky Way?
One or two things, but the weight limits were real strict.
I know. That's why I made arrangements. It's a proper petrol burner. 20th century. British. From when that mattered. My whole family worked on it together, weekends. Like those are a thing in space. Know what we did? Friends and Hustle set us up good. They borrowed us a transport right before I went into cryo. And me and my father and mother loaded our car into it and pointed it at Andromeda.
It's a nice gesture, but you know you won't see it again.
Oh, it's a couple million years away at standard light. The important thing is, it's coming. And always will be. I don't know what that means.
We do what we do. It doesn't always have to make sense.
I'll probably screw it up, Pathfinder.
Join the club. The screw-up started 600 years ago.
Truth. This will be home. It has to be. I won't let being outsiders stop that. Pathfinder, sorry if things got strange last time we talked. You're the first person I told about all that. It, felt really good.
I know it was really personal. Thank you for trusting me with it.
You say that like I was making logical choices. Thanks for getting it. Anyway, made me think we should do more just out and about. Off ship, like the market on Aya. I've got some contacts and some things I'd like your eyes on. But mostly, it's a day out. Something familiar. Turns out I need that.
Wycieczka po AI, no i zdobywamy kolejne jakieś tam zadanka. Co jest samo w sobie spoko. Nie da wyjść.
I'm in the tech lab, Pathfinder.
Ej no, czego się zamykasz? Zdrowie psychiczne. Z uwagi na ostatnie wydarzenia wypadałoby przypomnieć o programie zdrowia psychicznego Inicjatywy Andromeda, według którego zaburzenia psychiczne są prawdziwe. Zespół stresu pourazowego, lęki i depresja nie są równoznaczne z byciem zmęczonym, ani robieniem z igły widły. To złożone procesy psychiczne wymagające odpowiedniej uwagi i opieki. Odnośnie twoi koledzy prawdopodobnie mieli w pewnym momencie do czynienia z podobnymi przypadłościami. Mimo to wszyscy cię wspierają i cię współczują. Uleczalne, złamanie nogi, wymiana specjalnej kuracji od odpoczynku i dopasowania cyklu pracy. Z zaburzeniami psychicznymi jest tak samo. Można je leczyć lekarstwami, terapią i na zasadzie grup wsparcia. Jeśli masz pytania, zapraszamy do ambulatorium lekcji. O, jest Moshe.
You still have questions. I'll try to answer them.
So, exaltation is how the Kett reproduce? How did you learn that?
They're proud of it. They welcomed us and spoke of it openly. We were becoming them. To the Kett, all other life is inferior. Even, I suspect, humans.
The Cardinal said she had the Archon's DNA. So was the Cardinal exalted too?
From what they described, I think they can be exalted multiple times. They strive always to be greater. And the Archon's DNA somehow plays a role in all of it.
They're going to a lot of trouble just to make baby Kett.
I guess it's also a way for them to control their evolution. They incorporate only traits they value, and unique adaptations they don't possess.
So what are the chances the Kett have exalted other intelligent species somewhere?
I'd say those chances are excellent.
It looked like some of your people wanted this Kett gift. They walked right into those pods.
As did I. Voluntarily, happily. But that is part of the process. Part of the preparation, they called it purification, stripped our systems of all defenses. It was very painful. But after the pain came a beautiful peace, like a trance, like a transcendence itself. I willingly walked into that pod, and I cannot fault anyone else who did the same.
Sam downloaded what he could from the facility. We'll be studying exaltation for quite a while. What was happening in that facility? It felt like a religion, or a cult.
Perhaps, but not to them. They honestly believe they are giving us a gift.
The Cardinal seems desperate to keep that place standing.
The entire facility seemed dedicated to one thing, exaltation. That's why I asked you to destroy it, despite the lives it would cost. I hope the Resistance can still burn it to the ground, but I suspect the Kett have already re-engineered that shield.
How long were you in that facility?
Days. After the Archon decided I would be exalted, I was sent to the facility alone. I was housed with prisoners who described how they were kidnapped, taken to holding camps, analyzed and separated.
Analyzed?
Until now, we never understood why some of us were sent to slave camps and others just vanished. The Archon chose to exalt me, to use me for my knowledge. Perhaps others were chosen for their genetics.
The Chosen.
I'm only theorizing. I am a scientist, after all.
I'll let you rest.
Wait. One more thing. I spoke to a guard, a former Resistance fighter who remembered me. It described everything about its past, our past, with no trace of emotion. It seems that victims retain memories of who they were, but after being exalted, they live only to serve the Kett. Does your species dream?
Sometimes.
A Kett remembers being Angara. Like a dream it's eager to forget, which is beyond comprehension. Ishari, Pathfinder. I'm sure we'll talk again.
No to wygląda ciekawie, bym powiedział.
You know what we saw back there, right? This isn't good, Ryder. The Archon's dangerous. I've seen people like him before.
He's definitely dangerous. So dangerous, I'm not sure we're ready to deal with him.
Take him out. All we need is a plan. From where I stand, the Archon thinks he knows what's best for us. Problem is, he can follow through on it. That exaltation the Kett do, it turns people into slaves.
He can do that to us. He has that power.
Someone like him you take out fast and hard. Get the leader, the rest will follow. Honestly, drop a nuke on his head, blow up a sun if you have to. Take the collateral damage.
There's better ways to stop him than brute force.
Maybe, but I'm not gonna let an enemy get close enough to pry my plates open and go for the soft kill. You don't mess around with this kind of thing. Ends badly, each and every time.
Another galaxy and there are still despots. When I was on security duty at the relay, colonies were attacked all the time. We trained the colonists and they started fighting back. Raiders didn't expect that.
The Angara already know how to fight. But the Archon, he's got an army to back up his crazy.
But I've got you, and everyone else on board.
Huh. True enough. Never underestimate a small, capable strike force. You keep thinking about how you want to handle this.
We'll only get one real chance at him, won't we?
Yep, so when we take him down, let's make sure he stays down.
Got any stories or advice to share?
Does a pie jack scratch its butt?
Tell me more about fighting Kett.
Shoot stuff and don't die. Always works for me.
Tell me more about fighting Kett.
Shoot stuff and don't die. Always works for me.
We can talk more later.
Sure.
Zdatność planet. IOS, Voeld, Harvard i jeszcze dwie zostały do odkrycia. 100%, 100%, 100%. No to dobrze. Chyba.
You always look hungry.
Makes you wish for a tail that lets you hang upside down. Oh, maybe that's just me.
Hello, Scott. Exploring the Exaltation facility brings a Solarian quote to mind. We uplifted desperate souls into weapons, and know not what we destroyed.
That's a fair description of Exaltation.
I have changed since we linked, but I am still myself. Exaltation takes personhood and overwrites it, destroys it. I already understood that such destruction is wrong. Now, through you, I know why it is abhorrent.
Thanks, Sam. Nothing more.
Dzięki, że mnie słuchasz, od Liama. Więcej trzeba nie mówić, Kosta. Od Wetra. Dziękuję za wysłuchanie. Mam nadzieję, że nie zabrzmiałem marudnie. Mogłam mieć... czy moje życie mogło być inne? Pewnie. Mogłam mieć ojca, matkę, surowe wychowanie i świetne perspektywy kariery w turiańskiej służbie cywilnej, łącznie ze sztywnymi kołnierzykami i potakiwaniem przełożonym. Chodzi mi o to, że inne nie zawsze znaczy lepsze. Niczego nie żałuję, ani tego, co zrobiłem, żeby się tu znaleźć. Ty też nie żałuj, że tu jesteś, Wetra. Spoko. Coś tam ode mnie jeszcze chcieliście, tak? No to już idę. Co tam chciałeś, Jal?
Aksul is very cunning. We can't underestimate him. My mothers are worried sick about the cousins that joined him.
I'll see you later, Jal.
Stay strong and clear.
To nic nie chciałeś jednak. To czego do mnie gadasz? Przez komunikator. A ty, Kora? Co chciałaś?
Hi there.
No nic.
See you later, Cora.
I'll be here.
No dobra. To by było chyba na tyle w tym odcinku, bo tak już dosyć długo trwa. Rozmowy z załogą po odbyciu ostatniej misji z apoteozą Kettów były bardzo owocne moim zdaniem. Dowiedzieliśmy się też o tym, że na Nexusie dokonano morderstwa na Jien Gerson. Ktoś, kto w tajemny sposób ją finansował, stwierdził, że trzeba się jej pozbyć, żeby nie ujawniła tej informacji, a pewnie zwiewali przed czymś dużym w galaktyce, czyli to był ktoś, kto wiedział, że żniwiarze pewnie będą robić żniwa w galaktyce Drogi Mlecznej, postanowił uratować część ludzkości, w sensie część gatunków Drogi Mlecznej, wysyłając do innej galaktyki. I chcieli to zatrzymać w tajemnicy, że tam się pewnie dokonała rzeź. Dobra, w tym miejscu się z wami żegnam. Dziękuję wam wszystkim za uwagę. Pozdrawiam serdecznie. Do zobaczenia i cześć. Pa, pa.